Hey, it's Dusti Martin with Platinum Living Realty. Today I'm going to talk about something I find a lot of people saying, both educated and not, about the housing market. And the question is, does marketing really matter when it comes to selling your home? Grab a drink, hit the subscribe button, and then buckle up because I'm going to unpack some things that you need to be on the lookout for when selling your home here in the Valley. Okay, so let's just get right to it. We know we have been in a prolonged seller's market here in Arizona and nationally for several years now. And the last 2 years have been really crazy white hot seller's markets, and we're seeing appreciation, not just 15 or 20% year over year, but we're seeing 30s and 40s and 50s and 60% year over year going on 2 years in a row now. So when I hear people say, does marketing really matter? Here's the things that you need to know, but also be on the lookout for when you're getting ready to sell your home. Red flag number one, if you are interviewing an agent, should be someone who says, it doesn't matter, the market is so hot, we can put it in the MLS, it'll sell itself. That's red flag number one, because generally speaking, the average agent, even in this market, is still only selling for 98 or 99% of the list price. So that tells me that the average agent isn't really doing all that well, especially when you look at the top 10 or 15% of the agents in the Valley, and most of them who are producing enough and working enough to support themselves and selling enough homes to actually have a livable income here in the Valley. When you look at those statistics, those agents tend to be selling at 99 to 100, 101% of list price. So keep that in mind. And those agents who are actually making a living doing this and not just as a hobbyist, those agents are more in tune with what's going on and what works for their buyer. And this is all data that I've been able to pull through the MLS. And so when I look at my own statistics, for example, so far this year in 2022, my personal list to sale price ratio is at about 108% of list price. So when you look at something like that, and then you compare the listings in the MLS, you can actually sort by how many have videos, how many have professional photos. And I was actually able to pull that data. And I pulled the data from my neighborhood where I do most of my marketing. And I found that less than 95% of all homes didn't have a video. So if you're not doing a video, you're not going and putting that home and marketing it on places like YouTube. Now, why is YouTube important for marketing a home? Don't people just go to Zillow? Unfortunately, 95 to 98% of all people start their home search before they ever talk to an agent on Google online, right? They don't immediately think, I'll just go to Zillow. No, they start on Google first. Who owns Google? YouTube. Google is the world's largest, most widely used search platform. And as a second runner-up, it's YouTube. Google owns YouTube. So any video content that goes into YouTube, which is first and foremost a search platform, it's going to populate into Google. So if you want homes for sale near Cardinal Stadium, or homes for sale in Glendale, homes for sale in Phoenix, luxury homes for sale in Paradise Valley, if you are looking for stuff like that, it's going to populate, it's going to show up on YouTube. And if it's going to show up on YouTube, it's going to show up on Google. And Google prioritizes anything with video. So any content with video gets prioritized and put at the top, as all of these search platforms start to favor video first content. Now, the same can be said when you get to Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. The homes that have professional photos and video, those are automatically going to start to the top. So if you have an agent who says you don't have to do all of that, it will sell itself, you need to first and foremost be thinking, but will it sell for what it could actually get if everybody knew about the home, and if the home was marketed to the most likely potential buyer who's actively seeking a home like that, who hasn't even talked to an agent yet and who doesn't even have an MLS portal yet, those are the things that you need to be keeping in mind, because the agent who says it'll sell itself is not an agent who's going to market your home, who's not going to bring you the most money for your home. And that is the agent that is not going to actively seek out and market your home to the most likely potential buyer, because the most likely potential buyer is the one that will fight for your home. And if you can find 5 or 10 of those people to go head to head and see who wants it more, that's when you get a bidding war. That's when you have this emotional connection to the home through video, which is moving cinematic video, not just a slideshow of photos. There's no emotional connection there, right? So you need to have this feeling of home. You have to market to the person who's willing to fight for your home. And if your agent's not doing that, you are leaving money on the table. If you're wondering what your home might sell for in today's market, go ahead and give me a call at 480-717-9405 or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com.